You got into the safety business because you wanted to protect people, but somewhere along the way, the job started controlling your time, your schedule, your priorities, even your income potential. What if the expertise you've built over the years in the field can give you something more? More freedom, more control, more ownership of your future. I'm Sheldon Primus, the author of 7 Steps to Starting a Profitable Safety Consulting Business and the host of the Safety Consultant Podcast, with more than 350 episodes helping safety professionals become consultants and grow their career. Consulting changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
What if everything we thought we knew about safety was just interference? From the host of the Rated R Safety Show and the founder of Safety FM comes the complete Signal Transmission Trilogy, now available in one powerful edition. Safety, in my opinion, the book that started the conversation. Safety Mutation, where the boundaries of culture, systems, and belief begin to break. And now, Safety Transmission, the final piece of the signal. For the first time, all 3 books are together in one volume. The Signal Transmission Trilogy, Complete Edition. This isn't just about compliance. It's about consciousness. It's about decoding the way we think, lead, and live, inside and outside the system. Whether you've been following the signal since the beginning or you're just now tuning in, this is the version to own. Search Signal Trilogy on Amazon or visit safetyfm.com to get your copy now.
Sheldon Primus.
Welcome to the Safety Consultant Show with Sheldon Primus, where we blend safety smarts with business brilliance and a pinch of Sheldon's signature wit. Whether you're a safety pro, a fresh-faced consultant, or just safety curious, get ready for a show that'll educate, entertain, and elevate your safety game. Let's dive into the art of consulting with your safety Sherpa himself, Sheldon Primus.
This episode is powered by Safety FM.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Safety Consultant Podcast. I've called it a bunch of things, but I think right now we're saying Safety Consultant Show with Sheldon Primus. All right. So now I'm officially saying it. Welcome back, all y'all that's been listening forever, and for those of you that are just now starting to listen to me, thank you so much for being part of the show. And I'm actually gonna keep going with the stuff that I've been doing the last couple of weeks, and that's on some regulatory stuff, but then also, more importantly, future reading. I've been trying my best to read the future for you guys as much as I could see ahead of time. And I did this, and I broke it into like challenges, EHS challenges. And so here's the thing I've got for you guys, just for you. I mean, like, my listeners only. You could only get this if you're a listener of mine. I'm adjusting my mic a little. I'm a little low to myself. All right, there we go. So if you are a listener, you have heard me give, and thank you for listening. First, let's start with that. And those of you that haven't really been listening and you just now are like getting turned on to the show, again, welcome, but hit the subscribe button so you could be one of those listeners like I'm talking about here. So hit the subscribe button, whatever it looks like on your podcatcher service. That's what I want you to do. So in the last couple of weeks, I started with just a difference between Republican and Democratic administration for the U.S. And then after that, I kind of went into a 3-part series. Well, actually, it's all together, but a 3-part series related to the differences between the two, but then also what to expect, including now that the Chevron difference is been overturned, and I explained what that meant and all that. So that means you got to listen to some past episodes in order to get caught up. All right. 2025 is moving quick already, right? We're like February, almost into March this week. So I gotta get this out. I had this set up for last year, and what it is an ebook. I've got an ebook out there, Top 10 EHS Challenges in 2025. So it's just an overview by me. And I'm going to use this podcast just to give you guys a nice little brief kind of, this is what it's all about episode. So again, like I told you guys, I've kind of embraced the use of AI, chat, in particular chat GBT. And I'm kind of using it as a resource. And the resource is generally going to be more of a resource assistant. So that's what I've been doing. And then I go back and I check and make sure everything looks good, right? So that's my, that's what I've been doing recently. And the regulation part is a little bit of me looking back into history with Democrat and Republicans in the U.S., but then some of it is just going out there and getting some data from chat and other places. So here are the top 10-ish things that I believe we should really look out for, because honestly, this year is going to be one of those things that I believe it's a mover, honestly. And if you're not really caught up with it, you're going to get yourself, especially us who are consultants, we're going to have to try to critically think for some clients. And if we can't critically think, then it's going to be really tough, right? So here is the items themselves, and then I'll let you guys kind of get your own copy of the book later on. I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, so I am going to, I guess, this is one of the things that they always tell you to do. So, without any further ado, top 10 EHS challenges in 2025. And I want to give a special thank out to my 2 editors, Sierra Primus and Brooke Sanzella. You 2 girls are awesome. Thank you so much for helping me get this going. The look and feel, Brooke, you nailed it. Thank you. And Sierra, thanks for going over it too. All right, so there you go. That's my acknowledgement. Actual thing is the book. All right, so let's start with, here are the challenges, if you would. So challenge number 1 is honestly regulatory issues, and I'm using this globally. I'm not just saying US, but I had to rewrite this because last year is when I wrote this, getting ready, and I was all psyched because I was like, I'm going to be ready for 2025, and then things changed in the US. And we actually have a deregulator in chief. He's not, President Trump's not a regulation buff by any means. So what I had to do is kind of rearrange a couple of things for U.S. So you're going to see in this ebook some references to U.S. In our, whatever our system is, basically, versus the information that is coming from I guess globally more than anything, because you will have some global information. All right, so excuse the sound over here because you're going to hear my computer kind of click up. right, so let's get what you're getting. First, if you do want a copy of this, I highly, highly, highly suggest that you go to your interwebs, whatever you're using, get your browser and type in primus.contractors. And like our rules are, if you're driving, everybody knows, well, I hope everybody knows the rules by now. If you're new, then our rules are, when you drive, you do not look things up. You just listen. And then when you get home, that's when you can go ahead and look stuff up, all right? We are not driving and looking stuff up at the same time. So that's my ground rules for any time I tell you guys to look stuff up. All right, so in case you lost the URL, safety.contractors. Safety.contractors. So once you select that, then you'll be able to see the book, get access. Now, all the way of doing it is going to be primus.net. SheldonPrimus.net, excuse me. All right, so those are the two ways, SheldonPrimus.net, and then also the going to safety.contractors. All right, bueno. So let's go to the challenges. Challenge number 1 was probably one of my hardest because I did actually need to rewrite this one. So challenge number 1, and again, you're hearing my computer because I need my hard drive to like wake up. And every time you hear it wake up, it shuts itself right down. So, I don't like that. It's telling me something's wrong with my computers. All right, so number 1 challenge is, honestly, it's something that I had to split world versus US. So in the US, we're getting some deregulations, and I could tell this from pretty much the past time President Trump was president. He really asked for any new regulation that went up to take away, I think it was like a 5-to-1 ratio. I can't remember his first term, but generally speaking, if there was a regulation and it came in, had to be worth it. So that's that was the idea then. And I don't know, he might still have some sort of ratio. I haven't seen that yet. I bet you if I go to like a regulatory agenda style something, I might be able to see that. But in the interest of time, chances are what you're going to be looking for is any executive directorship. Is that a word? Executive directorship? Well, whatever the executive directions were, directives, that's probably the way to say it. Chances are there may be a directive related to if you do any agency does any new rules, that you got to take out some old rules. So deregulation is definitely key. However, there's been other countries that are actually opposite of what we're seeing, right? EU, you guys have this environmental crime directive revision in 2023 that came out. And honestly, that is truly where it's a crime directive that enhances enforcement against environmental offenses. So you really want to, be mindful of that one if you're in the EU region. Another international thing that is opposite of what I'm talking about with deregulation is South Korea. They have a Serious Injury Punishment Act of 2022. So you could, in South Korea, as a business owner, be held criminally liable if there's something that could be seen that there wasn't any prudence to protect the worker from getting injured. So U.S. not really. U.S. we're deregulating, but other countries you might actually see more regulation. So you need to be mindful of that. It's probably going to impact manufacturing, construction, energy, chemical industries. Those are industries that should be impacted by that. So kind of look around. For us in the U.S., I would still think construction, process safety management are going to be things that just in the past Trump administration they kept up on. So I think you're going to probably see some of that. There's probably some of the things you're going to want to do is you want to leverage some technology. You want to make sure that you're up on whenever those regulations change, or do little tips for yourself. And in the book, I give you guys not only the challenges, but what I suggest you do. So I'm going to let you go ahead and download your free copy of the book. Go to safety.contractors, and then you can see what I was talking about. Challenge 2 is climate change and environmental sustainability. Still important for the E part of our EH&S, environmental health and safety officers. So the E part, the environmental part, is actually something that we're still going to be addressing. Most companies that are going to think beyond compliance are going to be thinking about some sort of sustainability in purchasing, some sustainability in the way they treat their workers, trying to do no harm to the environment. And the reason why businesses are still doing that, and even not with regulation telling them they have to, is because they answer to pretty much the community and then also to their own conscience. So I believe that there will still be some employers that are going to be true to their conscience, and they're going to go ahead and still do the right thing for the environment, because it's also going to help them when it comes to selling the product or service. We're sustainable. Everybody likes that word, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Challenge number 3. Challenge number 3 is kind of hit or miss in some areas. So this is one of those I kind of had to split up. In some areas, remote work is still a big thing and growing. Whereas in the U.S., corporate America is trying to get people back into the office, where there are some businesses that are still seeing some like healthcare. You got your travel nurses and you got your travel doctors and stuff. That's still going to happen. That industry, they like that. It's better for them. So there's certain industries you're going to have to pick and choose which ones. Generally speaking, for EH&S, when we want to be remote and do remote style work, chances are we're going to be teaching online, or may actually be teaching in person, but we just drive or fly to those areas and create our own little route. So I believe that there's still work that will be remote. We have to reach those remote workers differently than we reach our physical workers, because we need them to be plugged in. But that's one of those challenges. Challenge number 4 is going to be our technological, I think that's right, technological. I know I say things wrong. Don't gotta laugh at me now. That's just me. All right. Technological. And automation. Honestly, EHS is one of those fields that we could use AI. We could use Internet of Things. We could use drones for inspections. We could use robotics for certain things. Wearable technology. I had 2 people on the show in the past, Preventure and Make You Safe. Wearable technology is going to be something we'll see coming up, because the data set is true, and it is something that we could use to help improve the company overall. And it's also to help optimize the worker, protect the workers, all kinds of stuff. So I believe that AI and even conversational AI is going to be something we could use. I've been teaching my students AI for the last 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, that we as an industry have to embrace it. All right, next big thing, challenge number 5, is supply chain vulnerabilities. So we just got out of a pandemic, and if you don't think of EH&S in supply chain, you're actually not thinking about the company as a whole. So let's say that you have a worker and they're running low on some certain supplies. They know that there's a backup on it. Chances are they're going to do whatever they can to stretch out that product, right? So that could be diluting the product. That could be mixing things. if it's chemicals and you mix stuff and dilute it, you're changing chemical properties and it's more exposure to the workers, things like that. It does end up being where even supply chain issues will be vulnerabilities to us. For those of us that are working for organizations that are looking for ISO 45003, chances are we're going to have some sort of wording from the clauses that says we are going to have redundancy in supply issues so we don't get extra stress for our workers, so we don't have basically things that are going to stop you from business continuity. That's what we're looking for. And a lot of times the pressure is going to be the things that we're going to be dealing with, but we do have supplies that we need for our discipline. So when the PPE and all those other things are late or not coming in, we're going to panic or not. That's the stuff I mean. Challenge number 6. And again, not only am I mentioning the challenge and the heading, giving you guys a little bit, but when you get the ebook, you're going to see what kind of solutions I suggest for each one of these challenges. Rising importance of mental health and well-being is very important. You'll see that in construction, especially right now. There is a crisis of construction suicides in America. I'm not too sure globally, but I'm pretty sure as far as the phenomenon goes, where there's more construction than work, if you're in a country like that, where there's workers that are in a field where there is zero unemployment, because they truly are underemployed, then in those cases, you're going to end up seeing workers take on a lot of stress and all kinds of stuff. So mental health for your workers isn't something that you could tell people, when you get past these gates, that's what we used to tell everybody. When you get past these gates, your trouble gets magically dropped. And we forgot about, the troubles that some workers have start when they get through the gate. So it's a challenge. Be ready for that. Challenge number 7 is cybersecurity. So I did talk about AI earlier, but there is industrial control systems, ICS, which is hardware, software, that's to help manage processes. Ladder logic is something that you're going to end up seeing there. There's a lot of places where professional hackers can get in. And in my industry is in the utilities, liquid utilities, water, wastewater. I worked in a wastewater side, gas, chlorine on site. Terrorism is something that I was physically looking for, right? But the cyber terrorism is things like we saw a few years back when the Super Bowl was in Tampa area, and someone tested the water system to see if they could control the chemical feed remotely. And they did. Luckily, the operators are on top of it. They see that the chemical feed was getting really high, and they adjusted things, but the hack was real. And there's a lot of actual utilities out there that pay the ransom too. So be careful. You have to work with your IT department when you're suggesting new technology for your program. Just be aware of that and tell your vendors you're looking for programs that have extra security so that you and your IT can use those solutions for safety and also be, get your mind at ease that you're not breaking into the system or letting someone break into the system, right? Challenge 8 is going to be training. There's so many different things that we could do with training now. I've actually been using OSHAGames.com. If you go to OSHAGames.com and you ask for a demo, tell them Sheldon sent you. OSHAGames.com. It's a game show style way of teaching your workers. So you could do like an all-play game. You could do like a Family Feud style game, a Jeopardy style game. That kind of stuff is things that workers really need to see. We're going to get away from the PowerPoints and all that. Well, evolve them, because even OSHAGames.com is based off of PowerPoint, but it's taking it beyond what you normally see. But training is very important. That's a challenge. I address it in this ebook. Challenge number 9 is public health and preparedness for biosecurity. Honestly, the pandemic years really messed with us, so we want to make sure that we're ready for things like pathogens and infectious disease control, bioterrorism. We want to be mindful of that, environmental contaminants. Just kind of be mindful of those things. That's honestly just telling you that part of the book. And then challenge 10 is leadership and cultural change. You cannot have cultural change without leadership. And in this next coming year, I honestly believe that that's going to be a big driver for us. We really, really need to see some of those cultural changes taking effect so that we could have a vibrant safety culture at our workplace. All right, so that is just a nice little overview of the book. The ebook is available right now. If you want to get your copy, go to safety.contractors and can I have you sign up for your email, and it's going to be delivered to you in your email so that you'll be able to have it either on your phone, because I have a QR code that you can just scan it and see it on your phone or your device and download it there, or follow the link to download it wherever it's helpful for you, right? So there you go. That's me giving you a nice overview of my new ebook out there, which is the top 10 challenges in 2025. Top 10 EHS challenges, in 2025. So there you go. That's officially my second book. I got a couple more coming out this year. I've been writing last year, especially when I was in Mexico. It's just been a writing fool. So I will get back to you guys. I'm glad we had this opportunity to chat. Go out there, download that book so you guys will be ready. Use this as a guide. Honestly, download the book. I'm hoping that you guys are going to online stuff and write reminders and take action on the things I was telling you in this book, okay? So thank you for listening. Go to safety.contractors and you'll be able to download the book. So the rest of you guys and everybody, go get them.
That's a wrap for today's safety show. Remember, safety isn't just about hard hats and caution signs. It's about business smarts too. Thanks for joining us on the Safety Consultant Show with Sheldon Primus. Until next time, stay safe, stay savvy, and keep consulting like a boss. Go get 'em. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast or broadcast are those of the host and its guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within the past hour, only examples. It should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the positions of the company. No part of this podcast or broadcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast or broadcast, Sheldon Primus.
This episode has been powered by Safety FM.
Are you ready to make a difference? Introducing the Safety Consultant Blueprint course. Unlock your potential as a safety consultant. Learn the skills, strategies, and ethics to create safer workplaces for your very own client. From risk assessment to client acquisition, we've got you covered. Become a safety consultant and open doors to being your own boss. Join us and be the hero of workplace safety. Enroll today. Safety starts with you. Take the first step now. Visit our website and enroll in the Safety Consultant Blueprint course. Empower businesses. Protect lives. SafetyConsultantBlueprint.com.
You got into the safety business because you wanted to protect people, but somewhere along the way, the job started controlling your time, your schedule, your priorities, even your income potential. What if the expertise you've built over the years in the field can can give you something more. More freedom, more control, more ownership of your future. I'm Sheldon Primus, the author of 7 Steps to Starting a Profitable Safety Consulting Business and the host of the Safety Consultant Podcast, with more than 350 episodes helping safety professionals become consultants and grow their career. Consulting changed my life. In fact, I'm a full-time RVer, and one consulting contract paid for my home I live in today. Now, I help safety professionals build their own consulting practice through bi-weekly coaching calls, accountability, and personal guidance. But this program isn't for everyone. Start with the Consultant Readiness Audit at sheldon.coach.
What if everything we thought we knew about safety was just interference? From the host of the Rated R Safety Show and the founder of Safety FM comes the complete Signal Transmission Trilogy, now available in one powerful edition. Safety, in my opinion, the book that started the conversation. Safety Mutation, where the boundaries of culture, systems, and belief begin to break. And now, Safety Transmission, the final piece of the signal. For the first time, all 3 books are together in one volume. The Signal Transmission Trilogy, Complete Edition. This isn't just about compliance. It's about consciousness. It's about decoding the way we think, lead, and live, inside and outside the system. Whether you've been following the signal since the beginning or you're just now tuning in, this is the version to own. Search Signal Trilogy on Amazon or visit safetyfm.com to get your copy now.